Hello, my name is Crystal, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. But I don't really like to say that and refer to myself that way because I fully believe from my heart that I'm a recovered alcoholic through Christ. I don't normally share my story, and it's sometimes hard for me, but a good friend put it in perspective and said, Crystal, it's not your story, it's God's story. And that is truly what it is, because we serve an amazing God, and I would not be sitting here today without His grace and His love for me. I was raised in an alcoholic home. My father drank, and generations and generations upon generations of alcoholism. My dad was a seasonal worker in construction, and drinking was just part of how it was, and went to work out of school. My dad unfortunately did have the alcohol ended up killing him, and he drowned when we were 17 drunk, which was unfortunate, and he actually drowned at a place called Whiskey Slough, which is iconic, actually. God even was working right then, because he was not going to get better, and he would have probably just continued to wreak havoc through our lives with his drinking and destruction. So we were able to move and kind of have some more normalcy, and had a time where there was no alcohol in our house and around us. And I was able to get some feet underneath me and go to school and go to college, and I was working in a legal office for a corporate attorney and going to paralegal school at night. And during the day, we would just start going to lunches and having cocktails at lunch, and it was just a normal thing to do, but it was actually the start of my downfall, and it quickly became my lifestyle, and then quickly became my disease. And that was unfortunate, because it led to years of destruction for anyone in my path. I quit my job and became a bartender. Then after bartending and making money, and great, I could get paid to drink, and this was fun and lots of money, and I don't have to work 8 to 5, and you justified in all kinds of reasons when really it was the disease already affected my life. I had no real reason to stop, I bounced around, moved around. I ended up here in Stockton and with my uncle. And I met my now husband. He wasn't at the time, and I actually saw a glimmer of hope in my life, and a good man and solid, and definitely I didn't deserve him. I felt, and looking back, I know that God had a specific plan for our lives, and I did everything to destroy that relationship. I would try to quit drinking, and then I would screw up. I would find a reason to have an argument, and then I'd end up at a bar, and then I would be too ashamed and too guilt-ridden to come home, and I would be gone for 3 days, and bless his heart, he just can't imagine some of the things that, I wouldn't have stayed at all. I wouldn't have stayed if I was in his shoes, and he did. He came home, I'll never forget, and he said, I found a church I think you're gonna like. And it was this church. So I decided that I had some unfinished business with the Lord, so I was taking myself into a room. A lot of people won't get this unless they've experienced it, but where he beckoned me to the cross and drew me to my knees and literally met me face to face. And you can't describe it, but you can feel it, and it's just amazing. I in that moment, when I look back, it makes almost all the pain worth it. Coming out of there, and I realized that I didn't die. He saved me. God's amazing grace brought me to First Baptist, led me here.